Is it true that a person can ever really forget their first love? Ashraf thought that time would heal all wounds, but Saniya's single wrong decision turned years of their cherished love into ashes in an instant. How did this heartbreaking story begin? To find out, let's go back to those very first days at their school. Back then they were studying in class 9. A tiny school surrounded by winding mud roads and the shade of shimul trees in the village. Ashraf Ali was a very quiet and shy boy by nature. On the other hand, Saniya Akhtar was like a living fairy, lively, cheerful and sweet-faced, making her the favorite of everyone in class. Ashraf used to watch Saniya from a distance. The sway of Saniya's open hair or the sudden sound of her giggling would stir an unknown emotion deep inside Ashraf's heart. However, he never had the courage to express his feelings out loud. One day, the sky was covered with nor'wester storm clouds. After school ended, heavy rain began to pour. As everyone stood on the school porch waiting for the rain to stop, Saniya noticed that Ashraf didn't have an umbrella. Saniya opened her red umbrella, smiled sweetly, and said to Ashraf, "Ashraf, are you going home in the rain? Come under my umbrella." That was the first time Ashraf came so close to Saniya. Surrounded by the scent of wet earth and the gentle aroma of Saniya's presence, Ashraf's world seemed to come to a standstill. From that day on, their silent fairy tale began. Gradually, their friendship grew deeper and stronger. Sharing tiffin, exchanging class notebooks, and walking back home together after school, they constantly held on to each other like inseparable shadows. Finally, the day before their SSC exams, Ashraf slipped a handwritten letter inside Saniya's book. The letter read, "Saniya, I don't know where the future will take us, but I want to spend the rest of my life surrounded by your smile. Will you be the story of my life?" On the day the exam results came out, Saniya handed a small note to Ashraf. Written on it were just 3 words, "I love you too, Ashraf." There were no dark clouds in the sky of their love. Even after passing school and entering college, their relationship remained pure and full of trust. Together they dreamed of a future, a cozy little home where they would sit with a cup of tea in the evening and watch the sunset side by side. But days do not stay the same forever. In their final year of higher secondary school, an anonymous letter and a few photos arrived from an unknown number to Ashraf. In those pictures, Saniya was seen standing very close to another boy. The letter contained words that struck a painful blow to Ashraf's chest. For the first time, a huge crack appeared in the wall of his trust. Was Saniya truly betraying Ashraf, or was there another dark conspiracy hidden behind it? Those photos from the unknown number turned Ashraf's entire world upside down in an instant. The sight of Saniya, whom he trusted more than his own life, holding another boy's hand shattered his heart to pieces. Consumed by anger, pain and resentment, Ashraf completely lost control of his emotions. Without giving Saniya a single chance to explain the truth, he cut off all communication with her. He blocked her number, stopped replying to her messages, and even turned his face away and walked away whenever she tried to meet him. Saniya couldn't understand why Ashraf was suddenly treating her like this. She cried helplessly and begged him over and over again to tell her what her fault was. However, Saniya's tears and pleas could not break through the thick wall of Ashraf's blind rage. With every path to reach him closed, a massive mountain of misunderstanding rose between them. Eventually, a heartbroken Saniya wiped her tears and went silent. A few months passed. After the HSC exams ended, Ashraf decided to leave the city forever. He couldn't stay a single moment longer in a place where every corner was filled with Saniya's memories. On the day he was heading to the station to catch the last train out of town, he bumped into an old friend. Shocked to see him, the friend asked, "Ashraf, you're still in town? And is everything really over between you and Saniya like this?" Ashraf gave a bitter smile and replied, "It's better to have no relationship with a cheater. Hearing those words, his friend grabbed Ashraf's collar in anger. He shouted, "You are completely blind. You know nothing, Ashraf. Those photos from that unknown number were taken with Saniya's cousin Riyadh. Riyadh was admitted to the hospital after a horrific road accident. Saniya spent day and night at the hospital donating blood to save his life. And the guy who sent you those photos was just trying to tear you two apart. Saniya loved you more than her own life, and you walked away without even knowing the truth?" Hearing this felt like the sky had collapsed onto Ashraf's head. The ground beneath his feet slipped away. What had he done? Did he just destroy his own love, his Saniya, with his own hands? Ashraf began to run like a madman toward Saniya's house. Salty tears of deep regret streamed down his face. He kept whispering to himself, "Saniya, please forgive me just once. I made a mistake. I doubted your faith." But by the time Ashraf reached Saniya's doorstep, it was already too late. A large padlock hung from the front door. A neighbor walked up and said, "Who are you looking for, son?" Saniya's family left the country forever early this morning. The girl was crying heavily before leaving and left a letter under this door. With trembling hands, Ashraf picked up the letter from under the door. Written in Saniya's handwriting were the words, "Ashraf, I don't know what my mistake was that made you push me away like this. But I still love you today. We might never be together because of this heavy burden of misunderstanding, but you will forever remain in my prayers. Stay well, my first love." Ashraf clutched the letter to his chest and fell to his knees on the street. The world around him froze. A single misunderstanding and a momentary lack of trust lost two beautiful lives onto completely separate paths forever. Their love remained, but the two people never became one again. If this story touched your heart, and you want to listen to more emotional and relatable life stories regularly, please subscribe to our channel and become a part of our family. Your single subscription gives us great inspiration to create more beautiful stories. Don't forget to ring the bell icon so you never miss the next chapter. Thank you.